Well, speaking of money, Terrence Howard, a fellow actor,
Mm-hmm.
owes $1 million in back taxes. Do you know about the story?
No.
Well, so apparently a couple years ago, he owed close to $1 million. They actually had to file, charges against him
Mm.
for owing this money. And in the process of him going back and forth with, I believe, the Justice Department, he left these long voicemails where he rants, and now these things have been released because it's part of the lawsuit, where he said, 400 years of forced labor, never receiving any compensation for it. Now you have the gall to try to prosecute and charge taxes to the descendants of a broken people that you are responsible for causing the breakage. In truth, the entire United States should by default become the property of the descendants of slaves. But since you do not have the ability or courage to do it, let's try this in court. We're going to bring you down.
Mm.
He's basically saying that black people shouldn't pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Wesley tried to use the same argument at one point.
Mm.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him.
Mm.
Listen, I'm not saying what Terrence is saying isn't technically true, because it is.
Uh-huh.
I do believe in reparations.
Mm.
I do believe that there was 400 years of forced labor and everything else like that. But you're not going to get out of paying taxes in 2024 by using this argument.
Yeah, I think you have your work cut out for you. Mm. I wasn't aware. That's a friend. I wish him well. I haven't followed that. He's got the talent to pull himself out of that, and I hope that happens.
He's a great actor.
One of the best.
He's a great actor. I remember he talked about recently how he was only paid $12,000 to do Hustle and Flow,
Mm-hmm.
which is a very small salary for what ended up being a fairly well-known movie. But, he even said I was trying to pay his rent at that point. Like he was trying to pay his own rent with that money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dicey conversation because, like, I remember Terry Crews, he did Club Shay Shay. He said, you can't complain tomorrow about the salary you agreed to take yesterday.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, nobody forces anyone to accept a certain type of wage for a movie.
Right. Yeah, but I don't think Terrence was complaining about that. I think he was just laying it out. I mentioned before that we've all had to do that.
Right.
We were talking about the Taraji situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's no. I don't think it came off to me as a complaint. It's just that he said I had to do Hustle and Flow for 12. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he ever would have complained about it, but I think it's just putting light on it, how little you had to work for to get to where you are. And I was calling it singing for your supper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the least amount of money you took for a prominent role in a film? I'm not talking about being an extra because we know the extras don't get paid.
Right, yeah.
I'm not talking about a 1-minute speaking line or whatever else. Like, if I have,
Shit, man.
If I get a role, if someone asks me to be in their movie, I'm not going to charge them. But I'm saying, someone, if you're on the cover, you're a prominent, one of the main actors in the film, what was the least amount of money you took?
I'm telling you, man. You think I'm bullshitting. I don't care about that so much. I really don't.
But you are aware of how much you're getting at some point.
I would be aware, but it's not even in mind. My focus is doing the best job I can.
Okay.
Right? I let my managers or whomever fight that shit out. They tell me, and it's a number I go with. I'm going, oh yeah, cool, and then I move ahead.
But you don't sit there and negotiate. No, I want twice as much, or
no. A lot of times, like I mentioned before, I'm about to say something. I'm going to have to say Diddy, whatever. Paul. I was about to say I'm a back end man.
No Diddy.
So no, I don't want to say that. Have somebody use that as a meme. No, it's my points on the back end.
Okay.
That's
You're
more
more
important
concerned
to
with
me.
that. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm investing in, y'all don't know how good my movies are going to do overseas.
Mm.
So yeah, pay me this much in the beginning, up front. And so sometimes in a movie they think, oh, well, this will just be here in the domestic. I'm like, hey, let me get this much for overseas. Oh, sure, yeah, this will never make overseas. And they're like, oh shit, Brazil and everything else ordered it. So that's my strategy behind my stuff.
Okay. What was the most you ever got up front for a film?
Bruh, I'm telling you, I really don't think about it.
Was Batman one of the biggest paychecks?
Not even close.
What about Spawn?
No, definitely not close.
Really?
No.
So you were the main star of a big theatrical release.
No, it wasn't a lot.
Wasn't a lot.
Did
Tyler Perry give you some of your biggest checks?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was some of the, at that time, was definitely one of the biggest ones.
Hmm.
Tyler Perry's paid more than most.
And he's known for this. Taraji said the same thing. The first time she got like $500,000 was from Tyler Perry.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the way Tyler pays people is the way I'd like to pay people. Because he has very, very much say it again. Back in participation. Stop. Fucking stop. Okay? I know, just stop. Tyler Perry provides. Is there another way to say this shit? You get money later on. If the movie, like say if the movie does 50 million, you get a certain amount. It goes to 75, you get another amount. It goes to 100, you get another. You keep getting checks.
Yeah.
Because so that's back in participation.
Right.
In the real